Hello everyone! Welcome back to another video with Yoseka. Today I'm going to be showing you all the Hobonichi Cousin, the English edition. This is the second part in a many part series. Last time I went over the Hobonichi Techo Planner A6 size, which is like half the size of this. So if you haven't seen that video, you can go check it out. We'll probably put a link in the description or something that you can go to. But today I'm going to be going through this planner, which is their A5 really large size planner. You can see, like, in comparison to my head, it's quite big. So I will be going through this one. So this is what the packaging looks like this year. You can see this is the English edition, and this is a 1-page per day planner, A5 size. It's got the measurements there for you in case you're not familiar with what A5 size is. And it is a January start planner, and all of the weeks start on Monday. So when you open up this planner, it has a little overview of what's going to be inside here. And when you open it, got the planner in there and some little leaflets inside for you to go through. And this one has just some inspiration for what you can put in your planner if you want to use it as a sketchbook or a journal or an actual like daily like work planner type thing. You can do that. And it gives you some information about all the different kinds of Hobonichi planners that Hobonichi offers. In this little leaflet, this is the Tomoe River paper test packet that they've included with a lot of the books for this year. And you can test out the paper that will change in the upcoming year. So it won't change for this 2023 version, but in 2024 it will be different. So you can test out some pens that you like to use on this paper here. So when you get to the actual planner, this is what it looks like. You can see the spine is very thick. It's like maybe almost an inch, maybe 0.75 inches. So it's a lot thicker than all of the other planners that Hobonichi offers. And you can see it says 2023 Cousin here. And that's it. It's very minimal. There's no other detailing. And then you can see on the front edge here is a multicolor view where you can see each of the months of the year on this front edge spine. And it'll allow you to easily open up wherever you want to go in the book. But I like that detail on the edge there. So when you open it up, this is the year at a glance view, as Hobonichi likes to call it. It shows you all the days of the year for this year, but it also shows you last year and next year, so you can kind of just get a general view of what the days will be across those 3 years. And when you turn the page, this is their tracking section, and there's a lot going on in here, so let me break it down. There's each month at the top, and then the days for that month are listed on the side, and the day of the week that day is also listed right next to it. The weekends are color-coded, so you can very easily chunk each week when you first look at the planner section here. And then at the top there are these little check boxes, so if you have some goals for that month or like habits that you really want to track that month, you can write those there and check them off as you finish them. Then there's some free space at the bottom as well for writing maybe the titles of whatever habits you might want to track, writing some extra notes during the month while you're tracking. Whatever you want to use it for, there's that extra space for you across the bottom. And this goes on for the entire year. You can see it starts in January and goes all the way till December. And something that I like about this English version is they still kept the Japanese name for the month as well as the English name for the month. Then when you turn the page, this is the monthly view of the cousin. So you can see it says December up there, and it'll start in 2022, so you get some of the view for the year before, and you can go through the month, and it gives you a lot of space to actually write things in the month. And like on the tracking section, it also has the weekends color-coded for you, so you can really look forward to those days. And if you like to end your week on the Saturday, the gray will be the end for you, and the red will be Sunday beginning. Another thing I like about the English edition is they kept the Japanese days of the week, so that's a nice detail you can see there. If that's something you were used to in the previous versions and this is a continuation for you, then that is still there for you. And it also has the weeks of the year on the side here, so you can see at the end of the year that's week 52, and that's it. And then it has all of those monthly calendar views, and it keeps going until 2024. So you can still plan into the next year, if you really like this planner, into January, February, and March. Then after that, it goes into the weekly view of the cousin. And this is something that I think the cousin really stands apart from the rest, is that it has all three of these capabilities: the monthly planning, this weekly planning, and we'll get to it later, the daily planning. But this is the weekly format. It has a timeline for each day of the week, so if you really like this type of planning, you like to chunk out your time like between work and things at home, what you want to do on the weekend, this view is really helpful. And this mini calendar on the side shows which week you're on. So this is still 2022, you can see it's the last week of the previous year. When you turn the page, it'll be the first week of the year, and you can see it right here. It'll be the first week of January, 2nd to the 8th, 2nd to the 8th. And this is actually using the 24-hour scale, so if that's not something you're used to, maybe get used to it. No, I'm just kidding. But that's just something to be aware of, that the timeline is a little bit different, but it does have all of the hours of the day, so these like wee hours of the morning, you can still get in there. And then there's some space on the side for you to take notes as well. And so it has pages for every single day, or week I should say, of the year. So you can get a lot of planning in this weekly section of the cousin. And that is the last week of the year. You can see the 52nd week. Then when you turn the page, this is the very classic turning the page to a new year, where you can kind of mood board your year out, collage, ideate, whatever you want to do, draw, write, and kind of look forward to what's going to happen in the new year. And then it starts the fresh month, and this section is completely blank. The other planner that I showed before, there's some lines, but this is blank, so you can do whatever you want to do there. And then it starts the daily planner section, and these quotes at the bottom are the same in the cousin and in the planner version that I showed before. But just to break down what's on the page here, I'm going to turn to a full spread. Okay, so at the top here you can see there's the month, and then the day of that year, and then what day of the week that is. And it has, again, the Japanese character for the day of the week, the moon phase, and what day out of 365 days it is in the year. And then you can see faintly there are some check boxes up here for a little quick to-do list at the top. There is a timeline on the side where you can actually plan out your day quite like it was in the weekly section. And there's this secret line, Hobonichi calls it, which is a solid line that goes to the bottom of the timeline that is not dashed, so you can separate your schedule from notes or whatever you want to do, sketching, journaling, note-taking down here. You can separate that with that line. At the bottom of the page, there's more space down here, obviously, and then the quote across the bottom of the page, and there's just one quote across the spread. Over on this side, there is the month indicated in the margin so that you can flip to whatever month you like in that color-coded space that we saw on the front edge. And it shows in this bottom calendar what spread you are currently on. So this is 2-3, and that is the 2-3 spread. So I love that the grid for the cousin matches whatever the margin color is. So all of these grids are printed in this kind of burnt orange color, but then when you get to February, everything will be this brown color, and so on. You get the purple, the pink, the lime green, and it kind of matches the seasons. Like the May is very bright, June, July. So you can kind of, if you like color coordinating, they kind of do it a little bit for you there. But you can, there's so much space in here to plan or journal or do whatever you want here. And if you want to completely ignore the timeline, you can, because it is so minimal. And you can just write across all of the pages if you want. But when you get to the end of the year here, so we're in December, if you flip all the way to the end, classically in the back of all Hobonichi planners, there's some plain graph paper for you to write on, take notes, keep a log of whatever you want. And then the fun facts section. In the cousin, there's actually quite a bit. There is a timetable for you to keep a very consistent record of whatever schedule you might have each day. So if when you come home there's a certain routine you always want to do, you can put that in there. If it changes through the week, you can do that. If you're into a TV show, you want to make sure you got the right TV show on the right day, you can plan that in there. And then there is a graph paper section for you to track something across the year. If you want to do your exercise, if you want to do your mood, you can track it across the year. There's 6 big notches at the bottom, so it's easy to split in half for a full year, and you can, you know, draw the little mountain graph as you fill it out. And then there is the favorites section where you can rate whatever, like movie, book, music, food, whatever, up to 5 stars. Write a little bit about it. Whenever you made that rating, you can date it there and have a list of your favorite things. And then there is the My 100 list. This is a big classic in the Hobonichi planners. You can make it a list of whatever you want, title it, and you have the full 100 list there. And then there's a list of favorite things that you can write in here. Favorite way to spend a day off, that's nice. And then this is something that is very fun, how to better enjoy conversation. Hobonichi likes to include some fun facts, and this year they changed this back fact section to suit the English cousin version. And then these are some pages that are exclusive to the English cousin, so if you get the Japanese cousin, these pages won't be in there. It's the words to remember section and 365 days that you can color in as you finish the year. And at the bottom it says, congratulations, you made it. And then when you turn the page, there's a gift tracker if you like to do that. And then there's an address book for you to keep important contacts. And then if you lose the book, you can put your personal information in there. And that is the Hobonichi Cousin. So this is a very, very hefty book. I know it can seem a little bit daunting, But my final thoughts about it are that it is great for both ends of the spectrum, I would say. If you know exactly what you want in a planner, this planner has the capability to give you everything. It has a monthly view, a weekly view, daily views. It has a large back section for you to keep writing. It has a large surface area in general to write on, so you can basically turn this into whatever you want. It has great timetables if you like to use your planner for actually planning your time out, and if you don't, there's just a lot of space for journaling and writing. And again, this paper is still the Tomoe River paper, so it's very lightweight, and since there's not only a day for every single year, but a page for every single week of the year, this planner is actually quite thin for how much it has in it, even though it is almost an inch thick. So I think this is more likely to be a stay-at-home planner or a keep on your office desk planner, but whichever way you use it, it is definitely easy to match it to your style. So I know a lot of people like this planner, and you might see we don't have any more left, but we'll definitely be getting more in October, so just be patient. But I hope this video can help you if you're trying to decide between the Cousin and maybe the A6 Techo planner, or maybe just a completely different planner in general. I hope this planner walkthrough can help you make a decision on that. So let me know in the comments if this is going to be your one for the year. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!